Welcome to the 14th episode of the Guru of Gainz Parlay. Today we are blessed with the presence of three beautiful young ladies who are personal trainers here at CrossFit HPU, also great athletes and have a lot of things going on. So I appreciate you guys taking the time out to come talk with me today. We have Jana, Tila, Hamad, and Blossom. Was the national champ 63 kilo class?
Yeah, not 63 anymore, but yeah.
Used to be?
Yeah, yes, past tense, 69s now with this one.
Yeah. Then 69 kilo class, national champ, and then we got regional athlete a couple of times, right?
Yeah, team athlete.
Yeah. I was wondering if you were going to say it or not. I don't want to. Yeah. I saw a post recently on social media about your guys' group that you formed called Women on Top, which seemed to have got a lot of momentum and a good following, which is really interesting. But before we dive into that, we'll just go around and get a little bit of a background on each of you. People will be pretty interested in that. So we'll just go around, say where you grew up and sort of like if you played sports and stuff, and how you sort of came to the point you are in now. If that was sort of like a fluke, or was that like planned, like were you meaning on being PTs, or you know what I mean, like just a little bit of a background. So we'll start with Jana here.
Okay.
And then we'll just go around.
Well, I guess for me, like I've always played sports growing up. Netball's probably been like my biggest thing. So I've always kind of been involved with that, and then like as a teenager I kind of got to that point where, you know, gained a little bit of weight, so I started joining the gym, got really into the gym throughout my whole teenage life, and then so it kind of just went from there, and I've kind of just always been involved in being active in some kind of way, and then just kind of through my brother I found CrossFit, and then since then I've just loved it. It's taken off from there. I've always been involved for the last 3 years, and then I've just kind of stumbled across being a PT somehow.
What did you dream of when you were young, like that you wanted to be?
I didn't ever thought that I was going to be a PT. I went and studied a degree in physical activity and nutrition, and then I didn't plan on being a PT, but I kind of went away and travelled, came back, picked up a job as a PT, and then this opportunity came up here at Les Mills at HPU, so here I am, and it's going really good and loving it so far. So
well, at least your degree sort of coincides with it a little bit.
It definitely
Becoming
does.
handy.
I always wanted to do something involved in like the health industry. So
when I grew up, I actually didn't really play sports very much. My mum didn't really allow me. She wanted me to be a straight A student and blah blah blah. So I went to uni, studied architecture for a year and a bit. Realised I really didn't like it at all, and then I was just going to the gym there. It's like a normal Globo gym, and realised that I really enjoyed being in the gym atmosphere. Like I just never went home. I was just there and I just talked to random people.
One of those
So from there, I was living in Wellington then, and a friend of mine told me when I moved back, she's like, oh, come try this thing. It's almost like Biggest Loser, and people are all training together, and it's really insane. And I was like, oh, what is this? I always watch The Biggest Loser, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So then I did it and didn't know it was CrossFit, didn't know it was CrossFitting, and then just really enjoyed it, and I found it really difficult, and just started from there. But my background was mainly I did like mixed martial arts and stuff. I did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And did like a bit of boxing and stuff like that.
Did you compete in that, or?
No.
Just train?
Yeah, just did it for the fun of it. And then once I started CrossFit, I did my first comp, which was... What was the Mount one? The Mount one. And then after that I realised I wasn't very strong, so I thought I had to get stronger. And then started actually lifting weights properly. And the swim.
That was horrible.
Sorry.
That was the second time.
Right.
First year was no swim, so I was like, oh, I don't have to worry about it. So then from there just started weightlifting and really enjoyed it, and through that, even though I never really thought that I would be a personal trainer, my whole life I love nutrition, and I love like at a certain age, around about when I got into uni, I loved training and stuff, and I do crazy things with my friend, like bike at 2 a.m. and like do some crazy 40k hike. That was like my fun for
2 a.m.
Yeah, like just really weird stuff. So when we did CrossFit, I was like, oh, there's other retards like really into this. And now I just love Olympic weightlifting. It's like my main goal, and CrossFit's still love that. I do it as well.
Yeah.
But really focus on my Olympic weightlifting.
Was there like a little bit of backlash from the parents, like, why are you doing sports and stuff like that?
Yeah, my mum's like, you're a disappointment. Like, what are you doing?
Because it happens in some families where they really would.
Yeah, so it's like either you're a doctor or you're a lawyer, blah, blah, blah. But now that she knows like how happy I am and my job as a PT, like most jobs, 6 months and I'm gone. I'm constantly switching jobs.
Yeah.
I've been a PT for almost 3 years now and I love it. Like I actually wake up every morning and I'm like, I actually love my job and I love what I do. So it comes really easily.
So she's supportive now that she knows you're happy doing that. Instead of being forced to study something you don't want to do.
Exactly. Don't ever do that. It's really depressing.
I grew up north. Pretty rough up there.
That explains it.
It probably explains me. So I played basketball growing up. Naturally, when you're in a small town, got a little bit caught up with other things. So I used to play for NZ quite young, got recruited to America when I was like 13 to go to college, but I got sidetracked.
Did you go? Or?
No, because I found alcohol. So that was over. I went to Ozzy and I partied for about 4 years straight, and then one day, I was in Brisbane. So I went to just have a break and just get out of New Zealand really. It was actually a nice, even though I was only partying, it's a place where I found a lot of confidence that I didn't have when I was a kid. It's just
being independent.
And a completely and then when I came back, I needed to get fit. I was ridiculous. I couldn't run down the road without dying, falling over. So I joined CrossFit Infinite. That was just down the road for me, and I went once a week, and I hated it because I had to work hard, but of course my competitive nature, I had to go back, and then it was twice a week, and then 3, and then I went to the CrossFit Auckland Games for the first time. I seen Ruth Anderson-Farrell, I seen Ekaterina, and I straight away went, I'm going to be the top of New Zealand next year, and I'm going to do whatever I have to do. So I actually moved to CrossFit Auckland because I met Dave through a personal training course.
Dave Cook?
Dave Cook, so that's where I met Alex, where I met Tila. Me and her used to hate each other.
I shouldn't say this on my...
You can say whatever you want.
She's a real bee. Like, hey Blossom, she'd be like, real rude.
Really?
How rude.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that, don't worry. Through that, I just got hooked. I'm so competitive that of course I wanted to be the best in the world sort of thing. So 3 years later, like Tila, it's brought me into weightlifting, which is my absolute passion, and brought me into PT because I wanted to use it how it was used on me to change my life pretty much. So with Betaine, I look at it as an opportunity to meet people and help do what I got the opportunity, like through Alex, how he helped me through all my times, stuck with me for freaking 3 years and came out at the end alright because I had that rock with me that whole time.
Do you think like PT is something you guys sort of pursue, or is it sort of like something you enjoy but more of a short-term thing, or not sure?
What about you, Jana?
Right now I'm just loving it. I actually
really
love it. Like just like Tila said, I wake up and it doesn't feel like work. It's awesome being able to help people like achieve the goals that I once struggled with as well. So I think I get a lot of joy out of doing that. So right now for me it's where I need to be. It's where I want to be. Who knows what the future will bring? I'm not too sure. I think like maybe not forever, but it's for now it's really good. And I'm enjoying it. So what about you guys?
I'm about the same.
I used to PT for Fitness First in Ozzy, and I enjoyed it, but like there's a lot of red tape with what I could do, which is why I wanted to open an affiliate. But like it seems like a pretty cool place here because you can sort of still have a lot more freedom, where they probably support what you do. Whereas I worked at a Globo gym, and so they didn't really support, like, you know, like, it'd probably be easier to do the sessions that you want, whereas I had to work around people, so it's probably easier, like, so you can do like CrossFit style PT, or
you can just basically run your own schedule.
Or you can do like bodybuilding stuff, whatever they want
to
do.
Whatever.
We don't limit ourselves to
exactly.
Like one thing. Not everyone loves
wants to do it.
So you've got to be able to like really kind of apply yourself to all the other
different areas.
With women like losing weight, like, you know, like the obsession.
Yeah, I guess it can be.
It is an obsession. I think with us three as well, it was an obsession, or a part of our lives at some stage. And that's what we want to bring through on our page of Women on Top, because we struggled because we were always focusing on losing weight rather than using what we had. And for CrossFit did that to us, so it brought out the strength that we had in ourselves. So our focus is to be strong now, and with that we get our bodies because we're doing weights, and it's probably the best way.
Not only like physically strong or like lift weight strong, but like in your day-to-day life, the way you handle things that happen in your life, being strong in that way as well. Not just
So you guys have been like mentors, like people will like write to you and you like answer their questions or help them out. Is that what you're just sort of doing as well? Or?
Well, we want to be that. We want to be that. We want to be a voice that people are comfortable and like, because we want to be a direction, right? We don't want to tell people what to do, because no one should be told what to do. But we're giving people options of what we've lived through.
We want to try and like educate people about you know, like health and fitness and stuff. And just be true as well, like just be true about, instead of just having that perception of what you should look like or what you should be doing or what you should be eating. Like we just want to be honest about like sometimes it's shit, like that's the reality, and we don't want to have this perception of everything's perfect and like if you do this it's all perfect, and
all the time.
we eat clean all the time, and we don't have shit days, it's all great and like happy days and rainbows, because it's not like that. So we just want to be truthful and honest and like help empower other women to like do the same.
I was reading the blog or whatever, and it had like helping something along the line, don't quote me, of helping women like feel comfortable in their own skin.
Exactly.
And I was like, that's cool, but like when did they start feeling uncomfortable, you know what I mean? Like, is that from the social media or like the billboards of like these chicks around there? When did that happen, you know what I mean?
From a really young age, I always like based my self-worth on how I looked, what I weighed, and how fat I was, or blah blah blah, or what I ate, and things like that, and punishing yourself. And I think the more you actually talk about it, like almost so many girls go through it, like so many, and it's ridiculous, and it's actually sad. It's sad, and then you put up this perception that you're perfect, or that you actually don't do this and you eat clean, blah blah blah. But I
think it definitely comes from the perception of the media.
And it's hard work. Like, why do it? It's actually really draining. If you just be yourself, it's easier, and be real and be honest.
I was sort of just asking those questions because I think like a big part of it is just being aware. Like say like if you're aware that you're being influenced by maybe the boards or social media or whatever it is, then you can sort of like stop that way of thinking. Like, because I used to be like self-conscious as well, like because I had big ears growing up and I was hairy and stuff. But then like I started to like be aware like that they were just scared or whatever, like about how why they're saying it, and then I stopped caring. So the more you become aware of like what's going on, then like it's easier to sort of get beyond like those insecurities and you know what I mean?
It's
like I sort of got over my ones because it's like, oh, you know, like they're not confident or they're trying to bring me down to feel good or whatever, you know. Like I think awareness is a big
awareness, and just like with my clients, they'll come in and they'll say something that's happened to them, and I'll be like, dude, that happens to me all the time. Like it's normal. You know, like, and then it brings them to because it's exactly that. They see everything on social media and everything's fucking sunshines and rainbows. But then they talk to me, they talk to Tila, they talk to Jana, or anyone that's really true in what happens in everyday life, and they realize everything's not sunshine and rainbows. You know, it's what you do most of the time, not some of the time. Just balance. Balance, like a lot of balance, and just making people pretty much balance their lives out. And aware's a big thing. Like, I never wore short shorts until I was 20 years old because I had these big freaking legs, which now every girl that I train wants, you know, and I didn't have that growing up, so that's what we want to put out there. There are people like us, and it's alright.
Where do you see this sort of going in the near future and then later down the track?
You guys go. I've got my big vision. You two go first. I want to hear it.
You go.
So short term and then maybe later on down the track, or is it just sort of go off the flow?
At the moment, like we're just kind of getting started. I think, for me, it's like I just want to be able to, like we were just talking about, is like being able to educate people. So we just want to kind of get like a following going again and start to influence other women and empower them. And it's just about education, about how to, like, mainly for me it's about the balance thing. So like health and fitness, but also maintaining that balance, because like I've for me personally, I've been throughout my teenage years and stuff. It was just like a freaking roller coaster. So I want to be able to kind of like help other ladies that might be going through that same struggle that I did. And then so long-term goal, not really.
Do you guys think it could like blow up and then it'll get like a little bit overwhelming, or like all these chicks saying like help me and stuff, or because it is
we want to be able to help.
But you know what I mean, like say like if you have like a lot of people that can get like draining, or like it'll be right.
That's something I suppose that we've learned in our piece. Like you need to balance it, and you do have to balance it, and you have to educate clients. You know, it's all about educating people and starting to make people think for themselves. Like I said, we don't want to be. As long as we keep telling people, they will keep coming to us. We educate and we help them and we get them to understand and start questioning themselves. They can then start turning around to themselves and going, hang on, wait, instead of calling boss, I'm going to tell Jana, what did they talk about me last time? You know? How can I do this myself? If I really can't do it myself, then I can go to them.
Because it's not just about like that 1 hour session that we have with them. It's about being influential and being able to help them make choices out of that 1 hour session, like throughout the rest of the week. You know, to be able to help them enough to be so they can actually help themselves in a way, and not just be like, oh, I rely on them, and then that day I see them, then everything will be fine, kind of thing. You know, like for them to actually have the initiative and you know, like train, and for us to actually help them out in that
long
way.
Term, like, so like that saying like feed a man a fish, like for days sort of thing, and then teach him how to teach him how to fish,
his family.
That's probably the perfect
sort of thing, instead of just babysitting them. So I guess that's something too.
Absolutely, and like a big thing for me has always been drawing out someone's strength, because once you can do that, they can rely on that. Like with this one, me and her go back and forth every day. We question everything that we do, you know. It's like I said, it's not sunshine and rainbows for us. Every fucking second day we're like falling over or something, you know. And we make each other think about stuff, rather than telling each other. We just literally make each other think about it, and then. A big thing that we've found is having a purpose of something, having an end goal. You know, like we were drifting through our lives, through our CrossFit bit, and all I wanted to do was win. I don't know what this one wanted, I don't know what Jana wanted, but for me, when I won a competition, I hated going up on the platform. You know, I hated going up on the podium. I was like, why do I want to win? And I don't even like going up there. What the fuck is my end goal? Because now I'm pretty much self-sabotaging myself. I can't do competitions because I freak out. Like, what am I doing this for? And it literally took me this last open where I really fell over to make me sit by myself for the first time in my life and go, what do I actually want in life? And now I have a purpose. So I'm all right now. I'm way more relaxed. And every time I go a little bit off track, I pull out my piece of paper where I've got my big end goal on and I read it. And it calms me down.
Just keeps you on track, back on.
Just having some.
Instead of drifting through like a month, you're like,
pretty
I haven't done anything
towards
my goals.
What's your end goal? Like what? Going to lift a weight for what? You know, like what is that? What are you doing it for? What is your purpose?
And it's sort of like, I guess, like the losing weight and that, like when she did it, what's then like?
If you lose it,
why?
Like, why do you put yourself through that? Like,
so you can pull that.
And then you get to that, then you get there and you're like, oh, now what?
So you put a selfie up and then you look different.
I'm listening to it really started.
I can have an answer.
That's all I want.
We're going to go with it.
And I eat really good and yummy food. I do. I eat every.
We're not picking
I'm just saying.
Just so when we get an idea, like just go through and like share like a rough, because I know it'll probably change every day, like a rough idea of what you would eat in a day. So we'll start from you, since you got it already down. So just, I know it can change a little bit.
Mine doesn't change.
And it's the differences with our personalities as well, and that's what we try and get people to. She needs structure and plan.
Structure.
So
that's what I've learned about myself.
Yeah.
So I will never fail or fuck up if I have an exact plan. Write it down. Even down to like if I wake up in the morning, my clothes are laid out exactly on which layer I'm going to wear and put on. Like in my head, that's how I know exactly what I'm doing. That's just who I am. Like, okay, so breakfast.
What if someone messes up that plan? You're like freaking out.
That's where she comes in. Like she messes little things up. Like, what are you doing? And then she'll be like. But then that also, like, I used to be a lot worse, but she's like taught me to like relax a little bit, and like, you know, sometimes things happen that you can't control, which is fine to let go of control. No, seriously, it is. Like,
things happen.
You gotta
like
be
that.
flexible. Like you gotta have structure, but you gotta be flexible. And
like I ate that cake. Cool. I'm gonna go for a little run.
I'm just gonna go. Day of eating.
I have oats with protein and sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
And then I have.
What type of protein?
It's a friend of mine actually has it, and he has his own. He creates his own whey protein.
Yeah.
And it's made of like cacao. Is it raw cacao, and there's like just a little bit of stevia, and it's really
What's it called?
What's it called?
Is it like underground
it's
protein?
Whey House, sorry.
Whey House.
Yeah.
We're gonna be
really, really clean.
So you're
Whey House and
I have
oats?
like usually, you know, when most proteins, I know this is gross, but they will make you like fart and stuff. It's not nice.
Oh,
Be honest. I haven't there, but gives you gas, whatever.
Right,
I mean, feel uncomfortable. That's the
'cause
only
of dairy or
one I've
whatever.
done for like 2 years, and I really, really like it. It's just clean and it's whatever. But that's my breakfast, and then I'll eat again in another 2 hours, and I'll have oats. Crackers and tuna, and then after workouts, before workouts I have more oats and protein, like a quarter cup. After workouts, half a banana, protein, and then I
What do you do with the other half of banana?
Huh?
What do you do with the other half?
My second session.
Sorry.
And then dinner is lunch is like rice, meat, vegetables, a lot of rice, and then snack I'll have. What's my snack right now?
Cake.
It's eggs and crackers, so I had 2 boiled eggs and some crackers and stuff.
Yeah.
And
What
then,
type of crackers?
Just the corn thins. Or sometimes I have those bros, just depends. And then...
What's on special?
Yeah, pretty much, It's expensive.
Yeah.
And then dinner again, more rice, like fish or something, and lots of vegetables. And then my dessert is like yogurt with berries or something. Or I also have the option, like when I want to make like the protein pancakes and stuff. I enjoy eating clean, but every now and then, like right now, the only reason I was like feeling a little bad about the cake is I've got the comp coming up in 2 weeks. So I just wanna, and then after that I'll have like a treat and stuff like that. So.
All right, cool. Thanks for having us out. Appreciate your time taking out. I know you guys are busy guys, so appreciate your time take out to talk with us. And that's us. We'll tap out. Thank you.